Once we have that base layer of finishes applied, we now move into installation. And what do we mean by that? We're talking about things like cabinetry. You can't put cabinets on an unfinished floor. So once the floor is done, we can put cabinets in. We're talking about things like installing tile, light fixtures, things that are going to have a permanent home, but need to have other things completed before they can go in. So the installation phase is when you really start to see a little bit more of the shape of the project. And we can now bring in really fun pieces like furniture and decor. And that moves us into the final phase of execute, which is finalizing the design. So along the way, we've had a vision, we've had a plan. We sometimes just say, hey, we're not totally sure about that as a group, or we need to figure out what this looks like in order to make a decision about this other thing. So for example, we know that we want to have a particular wall color and we have a couple of lighting fixtures. And maybe we know the type of window treatment that we want. But when we have the paint and the lighting in there, it changes our experience of the space. And we want to make sure that we're choosing the correct window treatment to filter light or emphasize light or block light in the way that you, the client, are looking for. So we're making sure that we're not making decisions before we know exactly what we want them to be in the finalization process. This might happen in stages. So for example, things that we're doing in the living room might not be happening at the same time as the longer term plan to execute in the kitchen. We might be working on the design phase in the kitchen still while we're executing on the living room because that's a later part of the process. If you're interested in learning if Johnny Cakes might be a right fit for you, you can go ahead and book a consultation. Doesn't matter where you are, we can do it virtually as well. You can book that directly through our website. You also can get in touch via email. We're team@johnnykcakesdesign.com. You can also find us pretty much on every major platform. In fact, you're probably watching this from one of those right now. Send us a message. Otherwise, hopefully we'll see you sometime at our retail location on Broadway in Providence, where you can check out our amazing collection of artisan-made goods, lighting, furniture, decor, and bring home a little piece of zhuzh for yourself.